Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today as we celebrate Hephzibah Generation's 10-year anniversary. Today, I'm here joined with Mary and Lilian.
Hi.
Welcome, ladies. How are you?
We're good. I'm good.
You doing good? Oh my!
Absolutely.
I love the excitement. Guys.
It's
yeah,
there. It's very much in there.
We need that energy. Aish.
Of course.
Wow. How are you guys doing?
We're chilling.
Yeah?
Good.
You're chilling?
Yeah.
Wow. So we're here today to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Hephzibah. And I just wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about the journey from year 0 to year 10, okay? So, but before we begin, I want to hear kind of how you guys have come into Hephzibah. We can go ahead and start with Mary. You go ahead and let us know how your journey of coming into Hephzibah was. We want to know.
Wow. So I first started coming to House of Glory in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
2015. I think I had come before that, but it's like, you come once and then you're just like, and then
By the way, yeah?
you just pop in and out. But it was 2015, but I didn't officially join Hephzibah until the end of 2015, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there on, I think the first person who took an interest in me was Masha.
Mm-hmm.
And then, from there, I just found myself in Habsobah.
Wow.
But I did come here through a family friend. That's how I found myself in House of Glory.
Mm-hmm.
And then here we are today.
The rest is history, huh?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Hey, okay. How about you, Lilian? How did you come to Hephzibah? Sorry.
Hephzibah. So first of all, I came to the U.S. in like 2013. And when we first got here, like I used to go to this other church. Like I don't want to say white people church, but I mean I used to go to
American
church,
American,
and it was our American
Yeah.
church, which was very different because it's not what I was used to. But it was kind of boring, you know what I'm saying? But my brother used to go to House of Glory because he knew most people who were like in Hephzibah and stuff. And then slowly, I started just going to House of Glory here and there, and then that's when I got to like meet people that were a part of Hephzibah. And there was this one time as the girls ministry went out for skating, and Maggie, I was so shy, like for some reason I was just really very shy, and Maggie was the first person to come talk to me, and she's kind of the person who like got me into Hephzibah per se. She's kind of the person that saw me and just brought me in. So yeah, that's kind of how I found my way into Hephzibah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you guys give me a small description of like your journey in the 10 years? How has it been? Like, how's your experience in Hephzibah been? We can start with Lilian this time.
Honestly, it's been really fun. I'm not gonna lie, because I personally don't know what I would be doing if I wasn't really going to church.
I like that.
Man, because hey, it's just done so much for me. But it's been a good journey. It's been fun meeting like different people who have like different personalities, and you guys get to do stuff. You hang out on like weekends. You just do a bunch of stuff together, and you have people like welcoming you in and kind of like trying to get to know you and all that kind of stuff. But it's been fun overall. Yeah, I would just say the journey's been fun, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so touching.
Cool ride.
It's been a cool ride. I like that. How about you, Mary?
I think at first it starts off as like just somewhere to hang out. You have people, you go skating, you do ABCD. It's like your place to get away, after having school all week. It's like you come here on Friday, you have people to socialize, do all that, and then after that, it just kind of grows, and like people, like you get closer to people, you also learn, you get to grow, so yeah, and it's also really resourceful.
Yeah,
I think
Very, very.
I think Masha taught me how to drive.
So all of us. Let's talk about that.
To everybody.
So it's like it was more than just church. It's like there was a lot more things to it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. So what was some of your favorite memories? We can start with Mary. What were some of your favorite memories in Hephzibah?
Let's see. I'm gonna say camp. I'm gonna have to say camp.
I feel it.
First of all, you get to be gone for like a whole week,
A whole vacation.
a whole week away from home. And if you look at camp, it's like the first camps that we used to go, we would like cook for ourselves and stuff. And then after that, it's like, we upgraded. And they just became more and more fun. And and you just get to create deeper bonds and just better ones.
I like that.
Yeah, so camp for me for sure.
And what would you say was your least favorite moment or most challenging moment in Hephzibah in the last 10 years? I mean, if it was all peachy, let us know the secret. But what was some tough moments for you?
Wow, that's a really good question. Come back to me on that.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You're gonna do me like that?
Okay.
Because I know Lilian was going to start thinking about
I'm
it.
gonna bring it back once I say my favorite memory. But for me, one of my favorite memories for sure would have to be when we would go to like different places to kind of like minister, because I used to look forward to such things, because I mean, you're going to school for like so long, and it's like if you have an event coming up over the summer, best believe I'm gonna be packing before the day. So it was just so cool, because then we would like drive, at least most of the time before we started, God upgraded us to flying, when we would drive, we would just talk to each other, have convos in the car. It just brought us like it connected us in a way, and for me that was a fun, like I love driving to places and actually flying. That would have to be one of my most favorable moments. And also like camp, like she said, because we used to go to the camp that we would cook for ourselves. Like even cooking for us, like I know it was a lot of work to some extent, but like at the same time it still kind of like brought us together in that moment. We would see people who do not cook on a regular. We had people putting sugar in ugali or whatever. So it was just a crazy experience. But camp was fun as well, because it's like that event over the summer that you cannot afford to miss. So like it was just one of those. So definitely camp and like going out.
I really gotta go to one of these camps. Y'all gotta invite me.
We
I don't
definitely did last year.
We
definitely did.
You know what? The finances weren't speaking. Last year, dude.
No, it was our last camp that we went to. Yeah.
Don't worry, my cousin represented. Shout out to Yvonne. We lived through her.
Right.
Wow.
She really came through.
Yeah. So what were some of your least favorite moments, Lilian? Or some challenging times, some rough, tough times for you?
That's a good question. That one you gotta be wise when you're answering it. But
on camera.
Honestly, I think it's just you're working with people, and it's just like in any other like area of life. You're more than likely to like clash with people's personality and how just people like respond or their view of life and things. It's different, and you can't just shut people down. Like you gotta be very open-minded in a way, because you don't want to just come off as like damn, like you like shut yourself off from like listening to other people. So it's kind of just trying to like navigate the different people and still like not like you're not shutting people off, like you're still trying to listen to people, and just I don't want to say dealing with people, it sounds like harsh, but like honestly just working with people. Because man, I don't know, for sometimes I couldn't really consider myself as like a people person, but now it's like Lilian, you're in a place that you have to work with people, so it's like you really have to be very smart in how you're doing that. Because you don't want to overstep on people's toes, because at the end of the day, like you probably will need them for something, or you want them to be involved in something, so it's like that I would say that.
Wow. I know, girl. Working with people is not always like...
It's a joy,
but it's a journey too.
Right.
Oh, man. Can I just preach? No, Mary, what was some tough times for you? We want to know.
Of course, y'all are going to come back to me.
You said come back. We just being obedient.
But usually when you say come back to me, it's like...
It's like next question.
No, but I feel like I'm really with Lilian on this one, because also like I'm an only child.
Yeah.
So I'm used to like... if I leave it there, I'm gonna find it where I left it.
Yeah,
you're done.
If I want it this way, I'm gonna have it. The way that, because my opinion is kind of the only
the one that matters.
Yeah, but so now it's like you're working with so many different people with so many different perspectives, and you are also trying to like lead other people, and everybody has like a mind of their own, and. It gets a little complicated.
Encourage that, like,
sometimes. So that would be definitely it for me. And also like conflict resolution.
Ooh,
that one was like, it wasn't all bad, because I feel like we learned as we
had to.
We had to.
You had no choice. What do you mean by that, conflict resolution?
I mean, like we said, like everybody has a different opinion, but like at the end of the day, like you still have to complete what you need to get
Arrive
done.
at the conclusion.
Yeah, so it's like all those different, there were long meetings. There was like a lot of things that went along with that. And so, but that was, it's part of
part of
working.
life,
Yeah, it's part of life, part of working
It has
with
to
people.
be, yeah.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that has to be it for me.
Wow. So you both serve you served in Hephzibah leadership. What was your experience in leadership like? I know sometimes we just see, the events and the beauty of Hephzibah Awards and how fun the youth camp is. But like leadership is fun, it's great, but it's also a lot of work. What was you guys' experience being leaders like?
It was tough, It's still tough. No, but I mean, like you said, honestly, it's all about it being like a journey. Like it's tough. It's not easy. There's gonna be moments where you're like, bro, do I even keep going or do I stop? Like, when is it too much? But I mean, I would have those moments. It's like, bro, I don't even like. Sometimes like, do I even need to show up on a Friday?
Yeah.
Because people are literally looking forward to you showing up on Friday. Like when you're a leader, like people are looking to see you there.
Right.
So it's like when you don't show up, then it's like, why should I show up in a
Yeah.
way? So there was moments of like not feeling like, bro, if I can keep going. But I feel like in my head, like I always just keep the bigger picture in mind. As much as it was hard, like there's moments I would cry, I'm not gonna lie. And just not being even able to like rest when we would like have a bunch of events, especially like the conference, like it would be back to back to back, and it's like I'm also a student at the same time, so it's like it's just a lot of things that you're doing that require your energy, your mind, a good attitude. Like because when you show up, like you can't be giving people bad attitude. Like
don't talk to me.
I don't want to know
Hear
how
the
long
word.
you took planning for you to come show up here and tell me this and that. Like, I want to see you joyful the next day. I want to see you with a smile. So it's like, it's like sometimes, man, you don't even have that energy to like keep smiling. But it's like people are looking for such stuff. So it was kind of hard to just keep that balance. But at the end of the day, I think just having the bigger picture at mind and just making sure, like, you have the vision in your head, like it's in your heart. So it's like you just got to keep doing it. You just got to keep pushing. Other people are watching regardless. And sometimes it's not letting your feelings get in the way, because I mean, it's easy, just like in life, it's easy to let your feelings kind of dictate what you do. But it's like sometimes that can be very conflicting, because it's like, like it's okay to feel what you're feeling, but then at the same time, like you can't get that, like get in the way of what we're trying to do and accomplish. So I mean, it was a cool ride. It's still a cool ride. You know what I'm saying? I love every part of it.
Wow. How about you, Mary? What was your experience in leadership like?
Man, it was difficult. But I feel like when you grow, like there's gonna be those pains and the ups and downs. But like Lilian was saying, it's like when you see like a conference like happen, you're like, wow, like guys, we really
put it on.
like it's like sometimes we'll have like no money, no nothing, but it's like at the end of the day, like like everything just comes together so well, and you're like, oh my gosh. And then you have somebody come up to you and they're like, I don't know how you guys do it.
We don't know either.
It's like you guys have really encouraged us, like just little things that just make it all worth it,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like, you really just don't want to show up. And I feel like one of the biggest things was, like, man, even when you have, like, nothing to, like, give, you could just show up.
Just show up.
And sometimes you're so tired, so you just come and, like, you just sit there. But it's the fact that you're here.
So your presence matters, guys.
It's the fact that you're here. If you're going to come and pick up one plate, just show up. Yeah, so that was it.
Wow. So you guys were both students at one point.
We still are. Some of us.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
Still serving, still doing leadership, and I understand you guys were having 5-6 hour meetings, planning conferences, youth camp, Fridays, Habsobah awards. Like you guys had a full calendar. How were you guys able to balance your schoolwork, your family, your church? Your ministries. Like, how were you guys able to do that?
We weren't.
I'll go first. before you get shady.
Like, we here, but we don't know.
No, but like when it came to school, like Pita really helped me out with some of my schoolwork. Like there was a class that like Pita really came through, you know? And it's like you just kind of learn what people are good at. Like Philip has helped me out with an assignment or two. You know, there's like a few people who have come through. Freddie, oh my gosh, if he's watching this and I don't
Don't give him a shout out.
Yeah. So it's like, even though there was so much going on, at the end of the day, it's like we still had each other's back, you know?
Wow.
So it's like, we're not going to have a long meeting and then I go home and I'm just dying with my homework, you know? You best believe you best believe somebody's going to help get it done. So, I mean, I think that was neat. And then also when it came to family, it's like we would go to each other's families and like, you know, serve, do whatever needed to be done, if anything was going on. So I think there was that balance. I mean, there was times when we struggled, you know, and, you know, parents were not happy sometimes with the long nights and the everything. But I feel like also when they saw like the final, you know,
product,
they'd be like, okay, you know, it doesn't look too bad. So yeah, I think we tried to keep the balance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you handle it, Lilian?
Yeah, I'll just say we tried. No, but for me, I feel like I just have a hustling, you know, spirit in me.
Yes, girl.
No, I just get things done regardless. I don't know where the strength comes from, but it's like if something needs to get done, like no matter what it takes me, like it's just gonna get done. And I don't know, like it just has to. Yeah, man, like that's all I can say. Like regardless of me having school, like family, yes, as much as like those times like we didn't have like a good balance on things because maybe you would give too much on one side and then the other side is like falling. So I mean there was always that challenge and I still feel like maybe it is, but I feel like we've gotten the hang of it. But honestly for me it's just if something needs to get done, it's gonna get done. Yeah.
Just like your assignment that you were just working on.
Hey, anyway, we're still there.
And I'm still here, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta
keep
keep moving forward.
That's right. You better send this to one of your teachers and be like, I'm doing all this and still getting assignments done. Wow. It's with God, though.
But literally,
guys,
that's why, you know, we're celebrating the faithfulness
For
of God
real.
because all of this is impossible with a man. Like, he's a
literally. It's nobody else's strength, you know? Wow, guys. Oh, man. So, I know as like some of the older girls, you guys have a lot of younger girls who are looking up to you guys and are looking at you, even if you may not know. So, you know, like when I was young, I was secretly, you know, like peeping. You know what I mean? So there is that that young Hephzibah that's looking at you guys and so fascinated and like, oh my gosh, and probably like, yo, I want to be just like Lily and I want to be just like Mary. What's your message to them that they're younger, like a message to your younger self that is looking at you guys right now in Hephzibah generation or in just like a young youth group? Like, what is your message to them as they're coming up in this new generation? Right. Either of you can.
First of all, the group of girls and guys that are in Hephzibah right now, they are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
they are so great. Because most of them just came from Sunday school.
Yes.
But they're amazing and they're also unique in like different ways.
Yeah,
I feel like one of the thing like I would encourage them to do is like just be you, because I feel like each one of them has something to offer, and it's like, you know, when you're coming up, it's like you're just trying to flow with what's cool, what's not cool,
right?
But like all of them, they're literally so talented and just gifted in so many different ways, and they're like my thing would be like just be you, you know, and everything else would just come together.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. How about you, Lillian? What would you say?
I'd sort of like piggyback on what she said. It's not like don't look forward to be like the next Lillian or the next Masha, like the next Mary. Like God is not looking for the next Masharia because we already have a Masha. Right. He's not looking for the next Mary because we already have a Mary. Right. He's literally looking for you to be you. Like you can only be you. You know? You can't be anybody else. So it's like don't try to be like duplicate yourself or like be someone else. Like literally just be yourself. And another thing would just be like one thing that we like to say is like it's not about ability. Sometimes it's more about your availability. So it's like just avail yourself, literally, and just kind of see what God wants to do with you. Because sometimes like you may think like this is what God wants from me, this is what God wants me to do, but it's like no, just avail yourself and just see what He does with you and the journey that He takes you through. And I feel like you're just gonna be surprised by you, and you're gonna be surprised by God. And also just being open-minded to learning. Because I mean, there's literally people around you who want you to be better. Like we want to see you guys succeed. We want you guys to be the best version of yourself and be everything that you can be. So just be open to learning. I know most of the stuff might not make sense in the beginning, but it's like, you know what, regardless of how I feel or think, like it's okay, I'm open to learning. You know, I want to hear what these people have to say. So all that stuff kind of.
Wow. No, that's amazing.
They literally have their own language.
Yeah.
Bro. Like I'm like, oh my God.
You feel old, huh?
What does that mean?
Oh my God.
Like, what does that even mean?
Oh, like, can you
so beautiful.
translate?
You know,
Urban
it's
Dictionary.
So beautiful.
Oh man,
So
is that even a
exciting.
thing anymore? Urban Dictionary.
I don't think they
Oh,
said
man.
that. I don't even think they know a dictionary.
Yeah.
Like, can we start there?
Oh man. So, what does it take to become a Hephzibah leader?
Ooh. That's a
Ooh,
good question.
That's a good question.
That's a good
I want to
question.
know. What does it take to be a leader in Hephzibah?
I mean, honestly, I don't want to like just categorize it as like being a Hephzibah leader, but just being a leader in general.
Okay.
Some of the principles that we go by is literally service. Like me, if I see you serving, like best believe that you have the quality to become a leader already. Like service qualifies you for leadership. There's nothing else out there, and that's one of our biggest principles that we run on. Like I'll just observe you, like you know, okay, we talk about cleaning. If I ask you to like do some cleaning here and there, and all you're like, no, like okay, I'm like okay. Next time I give you something, I'm like okay, you know, because it's like you're working with people. So if you can't serve the very people that you want to lead, then what makes me think that you can have like the position of a leader?
Right.
And literally, it's just service.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be so interesting with the kids that are coming up.
Yeah.
Because most of them are like, I just don't like cleaning.
Oh my
I just don't want to.
Oh well.
I just don't want to.
The church is bigger now.
Right. Like, it's gonna be an interesting journey. but we
Literally,
love
the
it.
attitudes that we used to have when
Is
you like first
there.
come in is like how they are, and you're looking at them and you're like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what to tell you.
Get ready.
You're like, can you clean? No, I don't want to.
Oh.
Okay. We work like that.
Oh,
It's gonna be
man.
interesting.
You
for
go.
sure.
You guys gonna
Like,
get them in shape, huh?
We gonna birth their lives. Gonna shape their lives
Shaping lives.
and birth their destiny.
Oh man, I like that. What? Oh, you guys. What? Like you even made me forget what I was gonna ask. Man, Lilian, you are now the youth leader. You are now the Hephzibah youth leader. You along with Charlton. How does it feel coming from you were you were the assistant leader, and now you have transitioned into that position. Like, what are you looking forward to, and how do you like? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Like, what is it?
I feel like I'm both. It's like, okay, in the beginning, I was really nervous. Because it's like, man, I saw it coming. I was like, God, am I really going to be the next leader? All that stuff. But for now, like, since I already accepted the fact that I am the leader, and I'm kind of just letting God do whatever He needs to do with me, and also just being open to whatever it is. But at the same time, I'm really, really excited. I'm super, super excited because these are like new minds that we're working with, like a whole new generation.
Right.
So best believe they have a lot to share,
Right.
and a lot to offer as well. So I'm looking forward to literally bringing out the best that's in them. I'm looking forward to challenging their mindsets. I'm looking forward to challenging their thinking, like whatever they're like anything that you can think of, like just challenging them and even just allowing them to grow at their own pace. Like we're not in a rush. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody grows differently, and the way someone grows is not the same way that you're gonna grow. So it's like I'm just looking forward to seeing them grow and become who they were meant to be all along. Like I just feel like that's such. Like, to be honest, to be a part of that journey is so beautiful because it's like you're going to be looking like 10 years from now and you're like, wow, bro, this was like, they were like this old and now it's like they're here and this is what they're doing. And it's just like, oh, my God. So being able to be part of that journey is just amazing.
Wow.
And I wouldn't literally trade it for anything else. Like, I wouldn't.
And you've been doing such a good job.
Such an amazing
I
job.
feel like she's even like come down to like now she speaks their language.
Yeah,
you know?
we don't understand
you've
her
been-
now.
No, like you've been doing so good. I feel like just the shift and the way that you made the transition has just been beautiful. And
Appreciate it.
no, it's just beautiful to like
It's
you
just-
know
it's
to
okay.
see
It's
to
just
witness.
let it out, Lily.
She really wants me to. I told
okay.
you guys today I don't need tissue.
Okay.
The Holy Spirit.
It's okay if you
Oh
do.
man! Oh, God is so good. God is. Let me shift the focus so we don't need you. Mary, you are the Sunday school teacher, and you're having your students moving from Sunday school to Hephzibah, a good chunk of them. And speaking to Jadida, and she was talking about how she was part of Sunday school, and her with Vikia and Grace, and how excited they were to jump into Hephzibah. And so you have kids that have moved from, like, are going through that transition right now. Like, how do you feel with them? Like, you're like, oh my gosh, we were just coloring papers, and look at you guys
Coloring Bibles.
telling them shh. Oh man.
It's been an experience. They're all taller than me now, first of
Oh,
all.
man.
All of us. Like, that's the crazy.
Wow.
They're all taller. They just like they literally grew so fast.
Sprouted.
And they're so smart. And you know, they're in great hands, obviously, because Lillian's been amazing.
Charlton.
But and Charlton too. Yes.
Amen. Amen.
But you know, like when I look at them, I'm just like, oh my gosh. And they're all just so unique, like I said, in their own ways. And I just can't wait to see them blossom into like the young men and women that they are. And you know, see them start. I feel like I'm gonna see them like up here preaching,
Oh my
doing all
God.
these things.
Yeah.
Right? And so, no, it's fun. And they love Hephzibah. I mean, right now, for them, it's like just a place to go, you know? They're like, I want to join the
Social
dance
life.
ministry. I want to
Yep.
join this.
Yeah.
You know, I want to come for the snacks.
Yeah.
It's like whatever you're coming
we
for.
welcome
just
every
come.
whatever it is that
Birthday
you
is it
got.
today? Oh,
The Holy
Just
Spirit will just.
Yeah, and the birthdays. It's like, you know, what are you guys getting me for my birthday?
Oh,
you know,
man.
so it's exciting to see them so excited to be in Hephzibah. Because I know most of them have really looked forward to, you know, being there. Because even when we used to go to youth camps, they would all want to come to youth camp.
Aw.
To where like we had to give them their own camp.
Their own camp.
And like, you
They
know,
still
just
didn't like that.
they're like, no, we want to go with you guys. So it's gonna be exciting to see them now be, you know, in Hephzibah and get to do everything that they've been wanting to do.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow, that's so exciting. Oh man. As we kind of wrap up, I wanted to ask you guys about you guys transitioning from Hephzibah to like young adults and seeing the rest of your peers do that. Like, it's like you've been on this 10-year journey, and it's like now you're graduating. Like, what is that like to you guys? What's your experience with that as we finish off? Like, we want to know.
I think Mary's the best to answer that question.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, technically, it hasn't been 10 years. It's from 2016, 2015. That's when I came in. Yeah. No, but I mean, it was difficult to leave because we were so like attached to Hephzibah.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, and like the foundation was just so just there, you know, and we just didn't want to leave,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, like Apostle was saying, it comes a time when you gotta keep moving.
Gotta go.
We gotta go. So then, like the younger kids can come up, and I mean, we're making it work in young adults. We're establishing things, and you know, Philip is now the leader.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's not too different, but you know, it's still like a different people, a different age group, which means we're gonna be doing different things. So
Yeah.
honestly, I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what young adults has, because
Oh,
we haven't been in
man.
it for too long. I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
we
fresh.
should have been transitioned though, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, here we are, and we're just taking it as, you know, as it comes.
Wow. I guess for you, Lilian, what do you look forward to in these next 10 years for Hephzibah?
That's
Prophesy.
such a hard question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
The
man, I was
baton-
not expecting this
The
today.
baton has been passed, sister. What is your... We want to look back at this video one day and be like, yo,
We
what
will.
were you? We will.
We're gonna be like, this is what Lilian said. It's happening right now.
That's such a good question.
It is.
Can you just repeat it one more time?
We want to know, what do you hope to see in these next 10 years for Hephzibah?
Oh man, it sounds like a cliche, but is literally people being. Honestly, I just want to be able to see people being everything that they can be. Like, I want people to fully maximize all that they have. Like, to whereby you would look back in like a few years from now, you're like, you know what? I think, I gave everything that I could, or at least like I'm trying to be everything that I can be, or that I am.
Right.
In a way, like I just want people to fully maximize all that they have.
Wow.
And I feel like if I can be able to somehow do that, like, I feel like I would have done my job, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I know that's such a simple answer. But
No, that's good. That's good.
But yeah.
Man, I cannot wait to look back at these videos 10 years later and be like, yo, everyone maybe has like kids in Sunday school or something.
My God.
Oh, man. We're like, what? Juniors,
We're literally going to be watching the kids do the 10.
So beautiful. We'll
be there. Oh, 20 years.
Wow. We'll be there with Mama Kanisa and everything.
Oh, no. Don't go there.
I'm telling you guys, I'm so proud of you guys, man. You guys have been killing it. You've been faithful. The Lord is just, has been so good to you, and it's so evident. And I'm so glad you guys were able to come and chat with us today. A little bit about your 10-year anniversary. What a journey, I mean, we can't really talk about everything in this short period of time, but you guys had a blast. That's what it sounds like. That's what it seems like. And you've created everlasting bonds, and that's amazing.
True.
Wow. Anything else before I don't want to just close any burning thing inside you guys would like to share.
It's been amazing just being part of Hephzibah. I'm not gonna lie. Hephzibah to me means a lot. Like it literally means the world to me. So that's why I will give everything that I can give. Like it means, if it means I have to cheer up here once in a while. Like I am so invested in what God is doing in this generation, and I like to look at it as like you're looking at it right now, like we have a new generation, meaning there was a generation before that.
Right.
So it's like, in a way, we're laboring for the next generation.
Right.
So it's like, I'm thinking like our kids, obviously, if we are being impacted by Hephzibah today, like, wouldn't I want the same for like the future generations?
Right.
So it's like just sowing the right seeds and like giving everything that we can in order to see the future generations prosper and, live out their God-given calling and their purpose. And all that kind of stuff. Like Habsobah is very impactful. It's very transforming. It is life-changing. Like I feel like everyone who's been a part of these interviews, like they can clearly tell you that majority of like them being where they're at right now is because of Habsobah. You know what I'm saying? It's played such a big role, and just seeing people blossom into like who they are today. It's such. Man, it's just so beautiful. And, man, I'm just so excited about what God is doing. And I truly cannot wait to see what God will do in these next few years. So I look forward to that for sure.
God is so good, you guys. Oh, how beautiful. Mary, you have anything to leave us with?
How am I supposed to top that?
I'm telling you. Hey, Lily the leader.
Top that.
Hey.
No, but Habsobah is just so rich in so many different ways. And, I'm excited to see like this next generation come up and just prosper in every way, Right. I believe that they're going to be able to go even further than we did. Yeah. And hopefully like it just continues and, Habsobah will just shake the nation.
Shake the earth.
So that's just our prayer.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
you for sharing your hearts out. I really, the love is so real. Y'all love Hephzibah. Like, if anyone takes nothing from
why
this,
we rock the shirts every day. If you don't know that from our dressing, then I don't know what else we need to tell you.
Oh man. Oh, that's so good. Thank you guys so much for being here one more time.
Thank you for having us.
I wish I can give you a hand clap,
You're such a natural at this thing.
I'm like, girl.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's the Lord. Oh, man. And thank you guys so much for continuing to tune in as we celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Hephzibah. As you heard from Mary and Lillian, they've had an amazing time the last 10 years, and we cannot wait for the next 10 years. So thank you guys so much, and be blessed.